Welcome back to the PigSkin podcast. This is episode 41. On this one, we're going to hit a little bit of OU spring football news as well as March Madness men's and women's Elite Eight. Might talk about a little bit of basketball with the Thunder and all, and then we also got our hotspot and dead zone for this week. So I just want to start it off. Sebastian, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
Good.
Yeah. Life's been kind of wild lately, but hey, it's okay. I mean, it happens.
All right, man. You're a lifesaver.
Yeah.
You're going to be on the next Baywatch movie, man.
Yeah. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, I fucking saved a life. Actually,
You
not
did.
really. I just performed CPR. I hope that guy's okay. It was crazy. But I did watch the Elite Eight for men's. That was fun. We got the Final Four set, like you said. I'm going to be completely honest with you, DB. I did not watch any of the spring stuff, but I did watch a glimpse. Like I watched the breakdown on YouTube, and it was like 10 minutes long. So I have one note, and I'm sure you're going to get to the player that I'm talking about. So
Definitely. So I'll go ahead and kick it off. For one, just want to start it off. David
The spring game's in like 3 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, April 20th.
Ooh.
Yeah, I requested off that Saturday, and everyone was like, 420? I was like, it's not the reason why, okay? Not a fucking pothead, all right? It's football.
Well, you should smoke and then go to the game.
I should smoke.
Get a sideline pass and just start coaching.
I'm just going to smoke crack, actually. I think is what I'm going to do. Revert back to my Latin ways.
Mm-hmm.
But, so anyways, when it comes to, yes, the spring game is right around the corner. Super excited. I might try something out, actually. I'm going to try to film and get a little bit of recording done on my phone. Might use that on the pod. I might upload some clips or something like that on our video that we have coming afterwards. I'm going to have to see if I can figure out how to edit a video for once. But anyways, I do want to start it off with everyone's favorite freshman, David Stone. Dude has been wreaking havoc back there. Been a lot of fun. There's been a lot of clips of like one-on-ones. There was a cool one of him going against Danny Lack and Kumi, where they kind of stonewalled each other. Really competitive drill, or really competitive rep, I should say. But there's been a lot of good stuff coming out of there. Guys like Justin Harrington, Dasan McCullough, Billy Bowman. Who else? There's been a couple other guys that haven't been a full go.
I thought I saw something that Troy Everett got hurt.
Troy Everett did get hurt. So that might be something to look for come the post-spring transfer portal window. If you start looking for a little bit more depth at the interior. So far, the first team offensive line has been Michael Tarquin and Jake Taylor have been the tackles. Fabechi Wiwu and Heath Ozida have been guards. And then center, because of Troy Everett going down, has been Josh Bates, who I think Josh Bates should be the center, but Troy Everett was playing well throughout spring ball. And it's very interesting that Spencer Brown hasn't gotten a lot of looks, but I think he's also not been 100% healthy. So that's been interesting. Obviously, everyone's really interested in what the offensive line is going to look like. That's one of the biggest things. Another person people have been paying a lot of attention to, Jackson Arnold. Now, Jackson Arnold, obviously, running with the ones, first team offense, first team defense. He has not had a lot of time to throw the ball. That's not saying anything bad about our offensive line. I feel like it's more so like how good.
Our defensive line's just that good.
Yes, our defense has been that good. They've been throwing a lot of things their way.
Well, you would expect that, especially with like Brent Venables in his third year. He's getting Danny Stutzman, Billy Bowman back. He's recruited pretty well. I don't know.
Exactly.
I think this might be the best defense in the SEC.
Yeah. I'm not going to go that far. Obviously, you still Georgia in there. Still got Bama, depending on what they're going to be.
Also, you can't really sleep on Texas. I know they're losing some guys, but
especially up front. Texas is losing a lot up front, but they are replacing those guys as well. Yeah. So, defensive line has been wreaking havoc. Dasan McCullough, when he's been in, has been getting a lot of looks at interior linebacker, at inside linebacker, and not at Cheetah. He's been kind of splitting reps there. One thing of note, though, because of our, I wouldn't say lack of depth, but because of like Billy Bowman hasn't been a full go. Obviously, Justin Harrington coming off the ACL has not been a full go. There's been one true freshman that's been getting first team defense reps at safety. It's Jaden Hardy.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's kind of a smaller guy, but
He is. So it's interesting to see him out there. He's only 5'10", 182. But it's interesting to see him out there doing that.
How do you look?
He looked pretty good. Playing well. Obviously, is the freshman mistakes you're getting in there every now and then. But also, another thing of note, because a lot of people have been curious as to whether or not BV was going to be calling plays. The first scrimmage you had, the first full contact scrimmage you had, BV did not have a headset on. The play caller running the defense was indeed Zach Alley. BV was kind of just roaming around practice, or roaming around the scrimmage. He's also been roaming around practice a lot. He's not working directly with one group. He's getting in, getting out, kind of talking through things. But Zach Alley has been the guy with linebackers. BV's been stepping out and being like a true head coach, a true CEO, working with every group that he can. He's been doing a lot of work with the defensive backfield, corners and safeties. So that's pretty interesting. But onto the offensive side, like I said,
I kind of want to hear more about the defense, honestly.
It's been pretty
well because that's great. That's what we've wanted for several years now. So
exactly. I'll move on to the first team offense, and I'll talk a little bit about second team defense and kind of back and forth. So first team offense, like I said, Jackson Arnold has not had a lot of time to throw the ball, but he has done well. It's not like he's doing horrible. There's not any quarterback competition, anything like that. He's played well. All right, he's making star plays. There's clips everyone's posting to him running out. He's getting hit and throws on the run. Him and Bauer Sharp have developed a hell of a connection. Also, Devon Mitchell looks like the best tight end in the world. Not from how he's playing, but stature-wise, like the physicals.
Because he's
physicals
black.
Are there. Yes, that's exactly why.
Okay.
But
athletic freak versus high IQ scholar.
Exactly.
That's the draft comparison.
Also, Caleb Hicks has gotten a lot of run at with the first team.
He looks good.
Yes,
I saw the video, like the breakdown of the spring practice. He looks really good.
Yes, he also looks like fuck that homo. His lower half, man, he looks like a true SEC running back. Look, he's 5'11", 216 as a redshirt freshman, and he looks every bit of 216 out there.
Yeah. He's jacked.
He is fucking ripped, man. Reminds me of Piron, just not as big. Like
steroids.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, I'd be down with it. Continuing with the offensive line, like I said, they've been getting whooped. Isn't the right word, but the defensive line is definitely making them work for everything. Bet you Wee Woo looks like a beast. I will say
you can say whooped, like it's a brand new group. I'm not.
It's a brand new group. None of them have ever played together. That's the thing, and they're also going against what we hope to be one of the top offensive or defensive lines, if not defenses in football next year. So they have been getting their ass whooped. We'll just put it that way. They've been getting their ass whooped. But they're making plays too. They're having good reps. They're starting to stack good days. So that's all that matters. Now, a big name that we all expected, but that's coming out of this, Deion Burks is a fucking man.
Yeah.
He's so good, dude.
I watched his highlights at Purdue.
Yeah. He's so good. He's so good. Him, Nick Anderson, Jalil Farouk, Jaden Gibson, fucking who else? Brennan Thompson, one of the fastest players in the country, if not the world. Dude, he's so good. Jaquez Petaway's been making a lot of plays. He's been doing well. Man, it's just this wide receiver room is deep, dude.
And it's good that some of the guys are returning, like Jalil Farouk, because it kind of, it's like with Stutzman and Bowman staying, it sets a precedent. Like, hey, we're not ready to go to the NFL yet. We got to craft our game. Hopefully, some of these young guys can see that. Unless these young guys are just really fucking good. Nick Anderson, when he's a junior, he's probably going to enter the draft just because measurables, Yeah,
measurables.
But I can see the starting lineup being just depending on how everything goes, because I know Andrew Anthony, he's so hurt. That's my favorite wide receiver on the team. So I can see like a rotation, like at wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 2, of Nick Anderson, Jalil Farouk, or Nick Anderson, Andrew Anthony. Jane Gibson kind of rotates in. It's a lot of good receivers. But the guy that you have to have on the field is Deion Burks, just because everybody's talking about him like he's a Hall of Famer.
Exactly, and that's the thing. Also, he's probably gonna play a lot of that Drake Stoops role, where he's probably gonna play a lot out of the slot. You can split him out wide. He can play X, Z,
he's
Y,
gonna have
anything.
if he wants to be drafted, and if people are saying that this guy is as explosive as he is, you kind of want him to play outside to see how he matches up. Because
size-wise, he definitely fits the slot, though, is the thing.
I know, but you want him to line up outside to see what he's got. That's what Boston College did with Zay Flowers. He's not the biggest guy.
Well, that's the same thing.
If he's going to get drafted, if he's going to be a first-round pick, and he's as explosive as advertised, like Seth Luttrell, he's going to have to line him up outside a few times.
Well, I mean, they do it with Tyreek, in the NFL.
I care. I want to win a championship. Exactly. Just put him wherever.
Exactly. Wherever he can make the most plays. Back. Exactly. Tight end room, like I was saying, Devon Mitchell is that fucking dude. Bauer Sharp's been playing well. Jake Roberts hasn't been 100%. I think he's got a shoulder injury. I might be wrong on that. That's limiting him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just Caden Helms is still trying to come back off the ACL, but has been making some plays while he's out there. Cade McIntyre is coming off his injury. Hopefully, those are two guys that I want to see get a little bit more of a role on the team. So, all in all, hearing great things out of camp. But moving on to the second team. And he's not necessarily a second teamer. He's been taking a lot of first team snaps, but with his size and the limited playing time he's gotten so far, you wanted to bring him up in this role. Grayson Halton, dude. He needs to put on. Sorry, go ahead.
What's his number?
56.
Yeah, that's the only note that I had. Because so when I watched the condensed version on YouTube, it was who's 56.
Yeah.
That guy's crazy. Now he is small. It's like you said, he's not small, he's light.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Well, that's also could be a good thing. I mean, if he is as disruptive and as playing well as he is at his size, he puts on another 10, 15 pounds. What could he be? But he has been playing really well. He's played with really great pad level. He's staying low. He's blowing guys back. He's just making great plays. Lewis Carter has been a heat-seeking missile at interior linebacker. He is blowing up everybody he gets a chance to. Like, it is insane. He's killing everybody, man. Do
you think he gets like a rotation? Do you think he gets playing time? Or is he like a blowout, put him in garbage time?
I think he's going to get some serious run. And I think he deserves it. He has been kicking ass. The other thing is, with the linebacker group, it's kind of like the wide receiver room. You have so many players there, especially if Deshaun's going to play more linebacker. You have Danny Stunsman, Deshaun McCullough, Kip Lewis, Kobe McKenzie, Jaron Kanek, Lewis Carter, Sammy Omosigo.
Which he might play Cheetah.
Sammy's been getting some run at Cheetah. And there's just so many guys, man. It's hard to find a role for all of them. But again, that could be a good thing.
You should put Vernon Thompson at Cheetah if he's that fast.
If he is a Cheetah, yeah, might as well. Yeah, it's exciting. I'll say this. It's exciting. But one player I did want to bring up specifically in terms of second team, true freshman quarterback Michael Hawkins has been a man amongst boys, dude. He doesn't look like a true freshman. There's been reports where people are like, if I didn't know any better, I'd think he was a third-year quarterback. He's playing
he had good high school tape.
Oh, great. Yeah, his father played in the NFL for the Packers. So I don't know if that means anything. His father played at corner. Yeah, I bet. But he's had great coaching all his life, and obviously he was a 4-star quarterback for a reason. But
it's kind of funny you mentioned that because.
All right. My bad, man. My bad. You got me.
Well, I mean, the people are saying.
The people?
Yeah.
Are you part of the people?
Anyways, moving on.
Yeah. But he's been throwing with anticipation.
Listen, if
He's-
Caleb Williams doesn't work out, we wait a few years.
I mean, you'll have Jackson Arnold or Michael Hawkins to choose from, so among other guys.
Well, if you're saying that Michael Hawkins is that good, yeah, I'll take
Okay.
that.
Okay, that's fair. But yeah, man, he's been throwing with anticipation. He's been playing within the offense. He's not looking to use his legs as the first option. He's looking, keeping his head up, making plays downfield. He's got serious zip on the ball, bro. I mean, it flies. That's a missile out of his hands. So, obviously, Jackson Arnold looks to be the truth, and we think Jackson Arnold's going to be that fucking guy and might even be the next Heisman Trophy winner at OU. If things go to plan. And then we have Casey Thompson. If shit hits the fan, has an experience. He's got great tape. He's got a hell of an arm. He's a great leader. But if shit really hits the fan and Michael Hawkins has to go in, he's going to make freshman mistakes, right? I don't think the stage is going to be too big for him, and I think he'll impress a lot of people. So, and then obviously moving on into his career later on, I think he's going to be great. So,
well, if 2022 taught us anything, it's good to have a guy that can go in there if your starting quarterback gets hurt.
1 million.
Especially when you're losing such a good, like, I know Dylan Gabriel's like ceiling isn't as high as some of the quarterbacks that we have now.
Yeah.
But he's probably, I don't know, the best quarterback in college football right now with some of the guys that are going into the draft. I'd say it's like him, and then Carson Beck is next. Carson Beck's good, so
Respect's very good.
That kind of tells you like where Dylan Gabriel stands, especially with the wide receiver core he's about to have with Tez Johnson and Evan Stewart.
It's going to be ridiculous.
So, like when you lose a guy like Dylan Gabriel, especially like after the performance he had this season, we don't really know what we have at quarterback. Exactly. And like I think Jackson Arnold's gonna be fine. I think when Jackson Arnold goes to the draft, or like if Jackson Arnold ends up being the truth, goes to the draft, and then we have to put in Michael Hawkins. It's kind of like a Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray situation, you know, where it's like one guy's going to have to sit and it's going to suck for that guy. But in the end, if everything aligns and, you know, all things considered, he's going to be set up for perfect success.
Exactly.
We just don't know what it's going to look like. Is Seth Luttrell, like, is he going to get hired on somewhere else?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's Oklahoma. Oklahoma's going to be just fine.
Yeah.
But like, I think Michael Hawkins, it sounds like, listen, if Jackson Arnold, God forbid something happens and he gets hurt in a game, if we've got to put somebody in, we got Casey Thompson to put in.
Yes.
Casey Thompson, experienced quarterback, really smart. Or we got Michael Hawkins, who I guess, like you said, everybody's saying that this guy's a sensation. He's the Messiah, apparently.
I mean, all I can say is I think we're going to be fine at quarterback. We're going to be just fine.
One thing we didn't address.
What?
Other than like one player.
Who's that?
The running backs. How are we looking?
Yeah. So there was talk with Javonte Barnes. Obviously, we had the weird whatever was going on last year. He's saying that he never really felt healthy from the foot surgery he had. And he's feeling like he's back. Gavin Sawchuk has looked good. Sam Franklin has looked good. I mean, they look great and they look good, but again, it's only spring ball. You know, the big issue with the running back room has been the ability to consistently stay healthy has been the big issue there. So I feel like with the running back room, it's just going to be a wait and see.
There's one guy you didn't mention also on the offensive line, and I'm kind of interested to know like what's going on with him, because he had some injury issues. He had a bad ACL, and he got to play in Tyler Guyton's place last season a little bit. Jacob Sexton. Yeah,
so the rumbling with him is it looks like he's missing something. Looks like he's not 100%. Essentially is what it looks like. He's kind of laboring a little bit out there. So unsure. That's why Jake Taylor's been getting a lot of those tackle reps. They're just unsure.
Was it him or was it Sexton that was like the highly ranked, or he was like a pretty like stout recruit?
I want to say they both were, but Sexton I think was the higher recruit.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean that pretty much, I think that settles it. The freshmen have been impressive. You know, again, Jaden Jackson, Danny Okoye, David Stone, Nigel Smith, just along the defensive line. Other guys have looked great. So it's just going to depend on who's going to get a run. I think OU is probably going to target a defensive tackle or two if they can find some of the spring transfer portal, maybe even a backup center, just to have some more depth in those positions. But I think we're going to be fine.
Well, yeah. I mean, as far as edge, we'll be fine. Ethan Downs, PJ, R. Mason Thomas, and then the kid, what's his name? He came from a small college, Miami of Ohio.
Caden Woolard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we'll be fine there.
We'll be more than fine at edge. It's just stopping the run in the interior is going to be tough. So
have Dejon Terry gain 20 more pounds and he could just eat up the A gaps. Both.
I hope so. But you got any other thoughts or any other questions? I should say. I know you said you didn't have a whole lot on OU spring ball.
Well, I'm interested to know what the corner situation is also going to look like because depth last year was a problem.
It was. They've looked good from what I've seen and from what I've heard. Now Woody's going to get some run at nickel probably, and also at safety. Kendall Dolby, yeah. Wood's going to play some safety. Kendall Dolby's playing a lot of cheetah. Maybe. Nah, I doubt it. I just think we got so much depth, or a little bit of a lack of depth there, and so much depth at corner. Des Malone, transfer out of San Diego State's looked good. The kid from Utah, originally from Bethany, Jocelyn Malaska has looked good. Some of the freshmen look good. Josiah Wagner, Makari Vickers.
So this is aiming to be basically like the 2001 Miami Hurricanes.
Pretty much, yeah. I think we're going to be absolutely perfect.
Yeah, just all Hall of Famers.
Yeah, exactly. Kanai Walker,
great,
healthy, has looked good. So with Kanai Walker being healthy, he's looked really good.
He's a little bit taller, isn't he? Like 6'1"?
6'2".
He's 6'2", yeah.
6'2".
So he looks like he beefed up a little bit because I saw 26 in the spring, in the condensed YouTube video. So,
yeah.
Looks like he's beefed up.
Who else? Who else is on defensive backfield? Jacoby Johnson has looked really good. Really, the freshmen and sophomores, the young guys have looked really good.
Of all the freshman defenders, who do you think gets a bigger role in like rotation, like across like all positions?
All positions. Jaden Jackson.
Damn. So he's.
I think he's the most ready to play. He doesn't have the highest ceiling, but he's the most ready to play at the college.
You don't have to have the highest ceiling.
No, you definitely don't. Like David Stone, of anybody on the team, David Stone and PJ have the highest ceiling of anybody on the team.
Yeah.
But Jaden Jackson, in terms of freshman, is the most ready to play.
Here's the thing: like, if you could play ball, you could play ball.
Exactly.
You know who else didn't? You know who else didn't have a high ceiling and it had, I don't know, the perfect career?
Who?
Aaron Donald.
He did.
6'1", 285, and again, perfect career. If he would have won that Super Bowl against the Patriots, perfect career.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, man. I'm just super excited for this year. Obviously,
I'm
I'll
not
get the spring game.
Jake Jackson to fucking Aaron Donald, but
I am.
Okay. Yeah. Well, no, he's gonna gain weight.
Well, yeah,
exactly. Jackson's going to gain weight. Like he already looks.
We got to get him out of 65, though.
Is that what he wears?
He's wearing 65. We got to get him in a better number.
Fucking give him 0.
Well, David Stone's got 0. And David Stone's rocking the fuck out of 0. I'll say that. I think Jaden Jackson, especially with the hair.
97.
97 is a good one. 97 is a good one. 92 is not bad. You know? Who wears 44 on the team? Taylor Wine. That's not bad. I'll give him that one. That's not bad. We're way off track. But yeah, man. I mean, I am super fucking excited. Look, 18 days till the spring game. I'm gonna be there. Like I said, I'm gonna try to film some stuff on my phone, just so maybe I can try to work it into the video while we're talking about like our thoughts on the spring game and things like that. So, but yeah, I'm just super Super excited for football season to get here. Like we got March Madness and NBA playoffs around the corner. Baseball's just started. The UFL's going on, but all that matters is college and NFL football, man. That's all I can think about every
Well,
day.
no, football's king for sure.
Exactly.
But we do have to talk about the Elite Eight match or the Elite Eight games and the Final Four matchup.
Yeah.
I do have one more question.
Yes, sir.
Of all the offensive linemen that you watched, who is, I don't know, I guess your favorite?
My favorite is Josh Bates.
Who looks the best right now? In terms of like physical
Sebastian
looks
Woo-woo.
okay. North Texas guy.
Yes, UNT.
All right. I have a UNT polo in my
Yeah.
closet.
When you wear it, is it a cunt polo or
a what polo?
a cunt polo?
No.
Oh,
I think it's
I
Under
just
Armour.
assumed. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I also have an OU polo. So like Fabechi Wee I guess I'm his biggest fan. He can't
You
escape.
might be. Yeah.
It's like Caleb Williams. Like Caleb Williams can't escape. It's gonna be so weird if we draft somebody else.
Imagine y'all get like Bo Nix.
Michael Pratt.
Spencer Rattler.
Fuck. The Rattler.
Oh shit. He
QB1.
Yeah.
Elite
Sure.
11 MVP.
Anywho. Yeah, so moving on. You want to go over men's or women's first for Elite Eight and March Madness?
I mean, I guess we can just go ahead because I didn't really watch most of the women's.
Let's be honest. We're not going to talk about women's. We're going to talk about Caitlin Clark in Iowa.
Well, okay, so here's what we should say. Caitlin Clark is the best player on the planet. She should be the number 1 pick in the NBA draft.
Yeah.
But
how many picks do you think Sam Presti would trade up to get her?
I don't know, maybe just one.
Just one? Okay.
Well, our squad's fucking good, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
She will be the number 1 pick, probably in the NBA draft. We'll see. But nobody's beating South Carolina. South Carolina women's, they're winning the national championship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark, phenomenal. She's like the best player on the planet. Hot take, and Brasher brought this up, and I'm glad he did because we were watching the game. Can she only shoot the 3? I don't think she can shoot like driving to the rim.
Yeah, I saw
either that or just all the LSU women are fucking just beasts.
A lot of jambalaya down there in Louisiana.
Yeah, that's true.
But
they were all pretty stocked.
They were. I was thinking about that too, especially because they kept bringing it up on the Gamecast as well, or on the whatever you want to call it. It feels like because
Hot
she
take,
had so
she's
many
going to be a
opportunities.
bust. Hot take, she's going to be a bust because she can only shoot the 3.
You can hold on to that one. So I think that's only yours. But
that's just everybody's. The hate that she gets is incredible.
It's
like there was an article and it was like Caitlin Clark headbutts basketball, and just the entire Twitter thread comments were just spoiled bitch, spoiled brat.
It's so funny.
It's like,
though.
Jesus Christ.
They let her just fucking live, man. But
she is the most polarizing player in the country of like
100%.
any sport right now.
100%.
Deserved it too.
You see the ticket sales for the men's Final Four versus the women's? It was like a $300 split towards the women.
I know.
Insane. But back to that whole like her
too.
mid-range and inside game, like I was thinking about that because there were so many opportunities where it looked like she could have either pulled up for a mid-range shot or just put up a floater. She tried to pass. Like I feel like she tried to involve her teammates too much. Or she was always trying to pass, and she was always trying to get that bounce pass either between the legs or around the front of someone. And so
sounds like the best teammate in the world to me. Just trying to give them an opportunity. She had 41 points.
That is
41
true.
points, like
she was fucking
10 rebounds.
She was lacing them from like 40
she was nails,
out, dude. Yeah.
She was nails. Like she was incredible. And for the people that are upset that all the Caitlin Clark hype and media, like ESPN on Instagram and Twitter, like you had to deal with it. You had to deal with it. It was the rematch. She didn't see it as a revenge game. I did. I said this is a revenge game, and she was the best player, not only on her team but on the court.
100%.
Because Angel Reese got hurt, but I think she's still better than Angel Reese. Angel Reese was the second best player.
Angel Reese looks like Slid the Sloth, but that's
Haley Van Lith.
Yeah.
Third best player.
Did you see her with the fucking like she had her shoulders up and it was just Caitlin Clark in the background?
Exactly what I would do too.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really nothing you could do.
By the way, I do want to point this out just because we're OU guys. It took the greatest women's basketball player of all time to break Taylor Robinson's 3-point record. So,
yeah.
GOAT, she might be. Who knows? But anyways.
Who was the girl from Oregon? Sabrina.
I can't say her last name. Sabrina. Yep. It was her.
Third best player of all time?
Maybe.
Anyways.
It was a hell of a game, though. Between Iowa and LSU, man. That stretch run
really
in the second half was insane.
Really close, and then it just felt like the Caitlin Clark show is what it was.
It's what it turned into. That's exactly what it turned into.
If you watch the game, it's not even like what we're saying right now is exactly what happened. It was very close game. Angel Reese got hurt. But even if Angel Reese did get hurt, it did not feel like I was losing that game. Home court advantage, and it was the Caitlin Clark show. Yeah. There were so many times when like the other players on the team, and I think I was like all around a good team. I think LSU is a good team, but Caitlin Clark was the only one making shots. You could see like how soft Iowa was going to the rim. Like they couldn't block, they couldn't rebound for against LSU. Mm-hmm. Even anytime they would take a shot, I mean, it was just getting swatted away. It was just bad. Yeah. Also, one more thing I want to bring up before you talk. Remember the Kim Mulkey?
Yeah.
The hit piece, the article?
Yeah.
Turns out it wasn't what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Because she had that press conference and she said, don't read it. Don't believe anything you hear on that. It was basically just a bio. It was like a profile article. Basically just saying, yeah, she's kind of a bitch. Which, of course she is. She's a great college coach. She's won a national champion as a player and as a coach.
Gotta be a little bit of a bitch, man.
Hey, a national championship coach is kind of a dick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to Nick Saban.
Yeah. Yeah. Only one that's not is Ed Orgeron. I think he's just the perfect human. Nah, he's probably.
I don't know what happened. I mean, I heard with the post game stuff whenever they beat Alabama, but it wasn't like him being a dick. It was just like fuck Alabama, fuck Nick Saban. He could suck my big fat.
Hey, that's the adrenaline, man. That's the adrenaline, dog. Just like when you were saving that guy's life.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'm super excited for the women's Final Four. I'm super excited to watch Caitlin Clark go up against Paige?
UConn.
Yeah, UConn. Yep.
Gino, 11-time national champion.
Yeah. It's going to be a hell of a game. But you're right. South Carolina's probably just going to win it all because they're unstoppable. They're ridiculous.
I watched the first quarter of USC versus UConn. The only note that I have is Juju Watkins is good, and she's a freshman.
Yeah. She's ridiculous.
But so is Caitlin Clark. So the you could tell who separates themselves in women's college basketball, and it's all based on handles.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark and Juju Watkins have the best handles of all the women's college players.
Caitlin Clark handles the ball like an NBA player.
Yeah. And so does Watkins.
Yeah.
The way that she handles the ball, it's insane. But South Carolina, I don't know. I think national champion.
Have to be.
I'm not going to listen. I know the downfall of UConn women's basketball. I get it. Gino hasn't had the best. I mean, he had the number one high school player in Paige, but as an all-around team, Caitlin Clark. When you have a player that's that polarizing and that good, it's going to be tough to win a Final Four game.
I think UConn's got to do it because their men are going to win it all. Bless you. UConn women's have to do it because the men are going to do it. And they did it in 04. They did it in 14. They're going to do it again in 24. That's just how sports work, man.
Yeah.
That's just how it's going to go. Moving into that, has Illinois scored yet?
No. I think UConn's on a 50-0 run.
Are they? Okay. I think
Donovan Clinton got maybe his, I don't know, 30th block.
Dude, that was ridiculous.
So I didn't watch the first half, but I know it was super competitive. But I turned on the second half, and it was a 20-0 run, is what it was, and I immediately turned it off. And then it
Yeah.
became a 30-0 run. But it was literally just like Illinois' offense had been so good in the tournament. They beat Iowa State in the fashion that they did in the Sweet 16 to get to the Elite Eight, and it seemed like, okay, so Illinois has a good offense going up against, I don't know, the slow but accelerating like train. Have you ever seen Austin Powers?
Yeah.
Like the semi that's going like super slow and it's coming. It's just like an unstoppable force. Like,
Yeah.
get out of the way. That's what UConn feels like.
Yeah.
Like they lose to Kansas in the regular season, and then ever since then it's just been just a freight train coming at you. And for them to put on the performance that they had, especially against Illinois in that game, like
Yeah, because it's not like
I don't
there
think
was a 15
Donovan
seed that was just happy to show up in the Elite Eight. That was a 3 seed.
I don't think
One of the
Donovan
best offenses in the
Clingan
country.
gets enough credit because of guys like DJ Burns, who's America's sweetheart, and then Zach Edey, who's probably the most polarizing player in in college basketball. But I mean, they couldn't get to the rim. Like he was blocking everything.
They also couldn't stop him on the offensive side.
No, exactly. Like UConn
He
doesn't
probably
get
could have
talked
scored
about
100.
enough.
Well, they've been the most dominant under the radar team because
And
everyone
yet,
was just like, "Oh, they're just going to blow everybody out," and they have been, dude.
yeah, but it's like I get it from Dan Hurley's perspective. He's probably thinking like we don't get the main broadcast. We're on fucking True TV
Yeah,
when we've been the best and most dominant team. And they're fun to watch. They
they
are.
are.
Like they're very fun to watch. It's not like Houston or Purdue where they have they have a way to win games. Like they have a style of play that got them as far as they
They
have
are.
gotten. But like UConn's actually fun to watch, in my opinion.
I think they're very fun to watch. But also it's good basketball though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
This is really good basketball. I'm excited to see them versus Alabama because Alabama's like the team that makes it. They're just pure athleticism. They had a couple shooters, but like, and I think Alabama's been great. Obviously, I mean they beat Clemson, beat UNC. They've just been on kind of like a tear lately. Oh shit! What? You're right. I mean, it's like UConn's just that unstoppable force.
Yeah.
And they're not meeting an immovable object. Like it's not like Bama's invincible. Like I think UConn's going to win it all.
Yeah.
But
I felt that way after the first round.
yeah, no, you did, and you said it on here that UConn's the team. And I was leaning Purdue this whole time because I've been like, dude, no one's going to stop Zach Edey. And then I sat down and I watched Donovan Clingan, and I was like, he might stop Zach Edey. Like, dude.
Well, hold on. How about we get to so the matchup's going to be Purdue and NC State. But I mean, there's really not much to talk about with Illinois, UConn, other than they're probably going to be back-to-back champions. But
yeah.
I do want to move on to, excuse me. So real quick, break down NC State, get to the Final Four. Some of the women's, by the way, which is pretty cool. DJ Burns is America's hero. To beat Duke and Kyle Filipowski, that was fun. He's such a good basketball player. Oh, Jerry McCain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hilarious. He is good, though. That's the thing. It's not like he's just a big dude that's just kind of beating people up. Like he's got
such a soft touch, dude.
I know, man.
Going to the rim. And like he has twitch too. So there's like a lot of people that are like, man, he should put on football pads.
I'm about to say, you think he can play left tackle?
I don't know. He's got twitch. I don't know. I was one of those guys when I saw him and I was like, man, that'd be sick if he played football. But everybody's saying that. And I'm like, I don't know.
It's even doper though he's playing basketball.
Yeah.
It's
like it's tough. It's tough to defend.
Yeah.
Especially like the way that he can box out and just like score at the rim in any way. Like, I mean, he was making shots, that like me and Brash were watching, and like he'd been doing it all season, but every time he does that, I mean, we're watching and we're like, God, like it's so beautiful. It's a work of art.
It makes me so happy to see him kick ass, dude.
And who's the other DJ on the team?
Oh, DJ. Oh,
It's the
damn it.
same.
What is
It's
his
almost the
name?
exact same last name.
Yeah, DJ Horn.
Yeah. So he was making some like incredible runs to the rim, just
Mm-hmm.
shooting when he had to. But I mean, DJ Burns, like the way that he played. I mean, that's the player that everybody's watching when they watch NC State is DJ Burns. So you kind of have to talk about him. He's incredible. I mean, like I know he's getting a lot of attention, but it's like deserved attention.
Oh, 100%. Do you
He
do you
also owns a vending machine or two. He's an entrepreneur.
Oh, nice. Nice. Do you think NC State can do it?
Win the championship or make it to the championship?
Win it all.
Well, let's talk about Purdue versus Tennessee real quick.
Okay.
If you're a Tennessee fan, like you probably thought you were going to make it to the Final Four because you had the team. And listen, I am a fan of Oklahoma, and they're in the Big 12, so it's a little different. Like we have players that we don't get to watch Zach Edey as much. Like if you're an Ohio State, Indiana, Wisconsin fan, you've hated Zach Edey from the beginning. You hate the way that he's reffed and like the way that he plays. He's a good basketball player, but if you're watching March Madness and you had never noticed Zach Edey before, unless you're like a fan of another Big Ten school, now you're watching him and you're like, okay, I can see why this like he's such a polarizing player because he's good, but the way that he's reffed and the way that like he plays, it is easy to hate him.
Yeah.
But if you're a Tennessee fan, you really can't get mad at Zach Edey or Purdue. You can basically just get mad about everybody else on your team other than Dalton Connect.
Yeah.
Because Dalton Connect was the team. But I will say this. Zach Edey was getting a lot of calls, but he has been all season. It's just the type of player that he is. Is he going to be an NBA player? Probably he could. I mean, like he's not really viewed as a guy that's going to be like a top round pick or like even a guy that starts. He'd be like an off the bench player.
His size is so mesmerizing, though.
Yeah, exactly.
That there's going to be NBA teams that look at that and they're going to be like, we can turn him into the most dominant player in the world.
I'll take him. I don't care if it's OKC. I'll take him.
OKC needs another big, like a true big. I like that DJ Burns.
Yeah, I know, right? But I'm just saying, if we drafted Zach Edey, like as when I was watching the game, I was like, God, like I can see why Wisconsin, Indiana, Ohio State fans hate this guy. But if he was on my team, I'd be like, that's just the way we play.
Yeah,
like,
no, exactly.
That's just how he plays.
There's part of it that's like it sucks because you don't feel like it's fair. But he's been ref consistently like that all season. That's the thing. Is it's like it's not like it's changing every game.
Well, especially in the tournament too. Like it's
been the
going to grow in the
same. Tournament. Yes, it's been very consistent too.
And people don't think that like the correlation doesn't exist, but like when you get into a tournament or you get into like big time, it's like in the NFL. Like the players that are big time stars are going to get the calls more. Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady. Like they're going to get the calls more. Same with polarizing players like Zach Edey. So,
or anyone that plays OU in the Big 12.
So but that's kind of where, whenever you were asking about NC State, that's where I don't know what it's going to look like. He's going to have to be a hero again, DJ Burns, but he's not a very good defensive player to begin with. Yeah, he's big, but
size isn't everything.
Yeah, is he going to be able to guard and defend Zach Edey without drawing all, 6 fouls and then having to sit out?
Exactly.
So
it's going to be interesting, though. I can't wait. I mean, I've been saying this about everything. I'm just so stoked for this time of year, man.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Well, and I think it's a good matchup, too, because last year, San Diego State, UAB, like just kind of like weird upsets.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like it's a pretty good matchup. Like, I don't want to say that Alabama's a Cinderella team. Like, they were a number 1 seed last year, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Which we can go ahead and segue into Alabama versus Clemson. It's just college basketball, but as the college football national championship.
Yeah. It was a good game though. It was
Yeah.
very entertaining. It was a great game.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this. We should be like relishing in the fact, like, Nate Oates, the coach for Alabama, like 11 years ago, he was a math teacher, and now look where he's taken Alabama. But it's hard to root for Bama because of all the success that they had under Nick Saban, and then the previous success
Yeah.
in like the 70s and 80s with,
Bear
you know,
Bryant.
yeah, or 60s,
Yeah.
70s. So like Alabama's just been like a football factory. Now that they're becoming a basketball school too, like I know I said I had
It's
absolutely no faith in Clemson. I said Clemson, they're not going to make it past the first round, and then they just kept winning, and I was like, all right, like I
yeah.
still don't believe in Clemson. I was kind of hoping Clemson would prove me wrong.
Yeah. No, and it is the thing because I don't like Clemson either, just for the simple fact of their success in college football. Like, and so really that one, I was like, you motherfuckers, both y'all really gonna win? Like, I would have taken North Carolina and or Arizona over that. I'm just tired of seeing that damn Tiger Paul and that Alabama A have success, man. It kills me.
Well, and Sears, he's incredible. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
he's been good. Like
So
in the
good.
like what I said about them in the beginning, being soft at the rim, not guarding well. They've done that in the
Mm-hmm.
tournament, and I mean, Sears, he's just really good.
Yeah.
Like it's like you said, they're super athletic, and like, congrats to Alabama for being able to make their first Final Four. Michigan State fans can no longer rally in the fact that they were the first football and basketball team in the same year to make the you know
Yeah.
we made the Final Four
Oh, we
the
did
year
it.
before.
That's right. That's what it
Yeah.
was. But technically, it's still the same calendar year, though.
Yeah, same calendar year, but not same
Yeah.
season year.
Yeah, I know. Uh, I tried to get that one over on you, but I knew you'd be too smart for it. Anyways, um, yeah, it's not like Michigan State did anything. They got blasted by Alabama that year, anyways. So, anyways, yeah, man, it was a good game. It, I don't know that it was.
It was competitive. It was
It
really close.
was.
I thought it was a good game, but if you're watching for the drama, which I mean most people are,
Pretty
they're
much.
probably watching. They were watching Dalton Connect versus Zach Edey, Tennessee versus Purdue,
Yeah.
and then they were also watching DJ Burns,
Yeah.
and he's been a Zach Edey's the most polarizing player, but I think you could say America's sweetheart or America's ever since Jack Golke was
Yeah.
eliminated. Like DJ Burns is kind of the guy.
He
So
definitely
you're
is.
hoping, if you don't have like if you're an outsider looking in, like me, I'm
Mhm.
probably rooting for NC State. I mean, that's the team that I'm rooting for, but it's probably going to be UConn.
It's probably going to be UConn. I would love for it to be NC State, but yeah, it's probably going to be a UConn Purdue final, and I hope UConn wins if it's that.
Yeah. Damn, Zach Edey's gotten to you.
He has, man. It's the face, dude.
I don't know if
I want
necessarily
to get
know.
up on a ladder and punch him. Like it's.
He didn't even have to use a ladder to cut down the net.
I know.
And there's a video of him going around like where he's taking the blonde girl to his room.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he got a boner after the Elite Eight win.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, so there was a player for the team like after they won, like, oh, we won, we're going to the Final Four, how are we feeling? And then Zach Edey was like, I have a boner. So
Okay, maybe I hope Purdue wins now.
yeah, I think I hate Zach Edey less after his like post game
Yeah,
interview where he was
it's
like,
showing that he's actually human.
yeah, where he was like, nobody believed in us, fuck them, we're the fucking
Yeah.
truth, and I have a boner.
Yeah.
So
Fair.
how much
Fair
blood
enough.
does it take for him to get a boner? Because he's such a huge guy, and that's
It's
all
got to
blood.
be a lot of
Like a
fucking
big
blood.
adrenaline. That's probably the first or second boner he's ever had in his life.
Probably. It probably
Second boner.
takes.
It was the
It
second
probably
boner
ruins
because
his
I guarantee
day.
he probably got a boner when that blonde girl walked in that room with him.
Probably.
Congrats on the sex, Zach
Yeah,
Edey.
I know. Congrats on the sex with a giraffe, Brandon
Yeah.
Ball. So, congrats on your son's future NBA career, by the way.
Yeah. But yeah, Final Four set, UConn, Alabama. Should be a fun match. Alabama, I think they made 45% of their threes. It was either 45% of their threes or 45% of their shots in that game against Clemson. If they can make 46%, they have a chance against UConn.
Think so?
Pretty dim. DJ Burns, please save America.
I'm excited though. I'm excited. I can't wait.
And then for the women's bracket, good luck
to anyone that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, by the time we record again, we'll have our champions, man.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. That's another sport done till later on in the year. We're just kind of knocking them down until we get back to football, man.
Well, real quick, let's talk some baseball.
Yes, let's do it. I want to start this off by saying I apologize to the entirety of the Chicago Cubs nation for any game that I watch, because we will lose immediately. As soon as I turn it on, the Cubs are playing, we automatically will lose. So I'm going to do us all a favor. I'm not going to watch another Cubs game all season.
Thank you, Dalton, for your
so we
heroics.
Can go 160-2.
Thank you.
We've won 3 straight since I've stopped watching. So
3 straight or 2 straight?
3. We beat the Rangers last game of the series, and then we're up 2-0.
Oh yeah, we just played a game today. Yeah, yep. You're right.
So
poor Rockies.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go see them in Coors Field later on this year. So
I almost went to the game. So the 3-game series in Arlington, I almost went to one of the games.
Sure.
I decided not to, and it was going to be the Sunday game, the one that we won, and the tickets cheap. I didn't go, and maybe it was a good thing I didn't go because we won that game.
We're probably bad luck when we watched the game.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is I watched the game. We were up 5-2, and then the Rangers came back, and I turned it off, and then we won 9-5 or something like that.
Okay.
My takeaway is the Cubs aren't bad. The Rangers are just really fucking good, and Garcia's on steroids.
Dude,
he's absolutely ripped.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was really sad. The opening day, we were up 3-2.
Yeah.
Ump gave us kind of,
a little bit.
Yeah, the ump gave us
a little bit of a freebie.
And then Heim, the catcher, he got his redemption.
He did.
Sucked.
He did.
So I got to watch Rangers Twitter, which everybody that I'm friends with, they're all Rangers fans. So I got to watch them.
I got a lot of.
But it wasn't anything
on Twitter. I was like, fuck.
But it was fun because it wasn't any, Cubs suck. Haha. It was the Rangers are back. We're still good.
Yeah, exactly. So we could be like, hey, we almost beat the defending champs. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, you didn't take 3 games. You only took 1.
Yeah, you motherfuckers.
And Cade Horton's coming.
Cade Horton. I hope he's coming. I hope he's having no stress.
Justin
Steele. I hope he's okay.
He'll be back next week.
Next week?
Yeah, he'll be back next week. So it was a hammy.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But who was the other pitcher? He had a really awesome game. First game against the Rockies, Asian.
Shota?
Yeah, Shota.
Yeah. Shota Imanga? Is that his?
He might be the truth.
Dude, he's fucking electric.
He doesn't have the prettiest fastball.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that he pitches, it's very confusing. So 92 miles an hour with that pitch, it's kind of sick. But you get a 98 slider with Cade Horton, so he's going to have to get called up soon.
Cade's nasty. Shota is a beast, though. Him and Sayar. Sayar been playing well, man.
Is he in Hap? Is he okay?
I don't know. I don't watch any more Cubs games.
Okay. So we pray like Cody Bellinger and
I mean he's a switch hitting outfielder he hits for power against righties, so you hope he can.
Morals has been killing it though.
Yeah.
He's that guy.
He is. Christopher Morel might be my favorite player on the team.
Morel's that's what I'm saying. He might be the guy.
That little leaguer was sick, man.
It should have been a home run in the opening day against the Rangers.
Oh, my God. Dude, I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah.
You don't understand how excited I got when I saw that ball leave his bat and just barely fell.
I'm still really nervous about pitching, though. Like,
yeah,
I feel like that's still a weakness. When it was a weakness last year, and it's going to get solved because I know that they're making moves. Like, the Cubs, like, they're an organization that's not necessarily like perfect, and
Mhm.
they don't spend a lot of money,
Yeah.
but I feel like that's one thing they're trying to do is they're trying to fix pitching,
Do you
which I
think
can
it's the
respect.
pen, or is it just pitching all around?
I don't want to say it's relief pitching, but
I feel like we need a little bit of bullpen help though.
I do. I agree with you.
Like Adbert, it's a great closer.
Yeah, he is.
I think he's fantastic. But
We
I
need like a true ace though, like a
out of
true
the
ace, because I know Steele,
yeah.
like people are kind of relying on him to be the true ace. I don't know. Maybe it's the bias in me, but I really feel like Cade Horton, man, like
Man,
just the way that he played, like in whenever he recovered from his Tommy John surgery, like you can see the talent. He just needs a little work, and he's gotten the work. Like he's put in the work.
he played well in the minors last year. I think they're probably going to give him a bit of run in the minors this year to make sure the consistency can stay there, and then kind of move him up and through as the season progresses. I guarantee. Now, this is obviously really late in the season, and I think he plays before this, but there's no doubt in my mind the very latest that he makes his major debut is going to be September call-ups. I
Yeah,
think he'll play way before then. There's no way, barring any injury, that he does not make an appearance in the majors this year. Has to.
really, because they were saying 2025.
I I would
I
hope.
hope you're right.
Yeah.
I hope you're right. Get him out there.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Let him throw a couple wild pitches, which it's not going to happen because,
No.
but just
Let him just start cranking fucking sliders in there at 118, dude. Like no one's gonna be able to hit him.
he he perfected that slider.
He did, man. It's nasty. Oh, I can't even imagine having to try to see that thing, let alone hit it.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But yeah, the Cubs. I mean, again, baseball and like this time of the year, it's not like as like intense as it does get in like in August. We'll see where the
Right.
Cubs are at. I think they make the playoffs. I just don't have like very high hopes right now, just because the offense is kind of, I don't know, shit.
Yeah, and I think the offense gets turned around. I think we have the only problem with the offense that I can see is outside of
We're
like
not the Mets, thank God.
yeah, fucking I know. Outside of the problem with the offense that I see is, we have Nico, who's a consistent on base guy, but then like Seiya is either he's hit or miss, and it's either homer or bust. Cody Bellinger should be fairly consistent, but he's not the greatest on base guy. Dansby Swanson's going to be just fine. Christopher Morel should have some run. Patrick Wisdom, it's either a home run or a strikeout. Jan Gomes isn't the greatest.
I'll say
Matt
this
Bush is
about
going to be okay.
Suzuki.
Uh-huh.
I'm really hard on Suzuki,
I am too.
but he has gotten a lot better about seeing like when he's at bat,
Hmm.
because it's tough to know what's coming at you.
Yeah.
He's really good about being able to determine like what's going to be like a strike
Hmm.
or what's going to be a ball.
Yeah.
So he has gotten a lot better at that. So
His vision's
yeah,
gotten.
his vision's gotten
But
a lot better.
like I said, that's the thing that's killing me though, is I don't know that our on base is consistent enough. And for the ability to just churn out base hits and just grind runs out, I feel like we're like a boomer bust type team right now.
I have the perfect solution for that.
Yeah. Cade
We
Horton.
sign, huh?
Cade Horton.
Yes, we call up Cade Horton and we sign Corbin Corral from the
Okay.
Diamondbacks. Boom, World Series.
I'd say Luis Arias, but
Yeah, but Corbin Corral, he's younger.
that's true.
He's
That is
better.
true. He is better. He's a lot better. You
Fan
got any other
fiction.
thoughts on baseball though?
No, just the Cubs.
Okay. Yeah.
I need
Um,
something because I don't know what the Bears are going to be.
Yeah. Fuck, I
Both of
know.
my
The
football
Bears suck,
teams, I
dude.
don't have no idea what the quarterback situation is going to look like, and it's kind of killing me.
I know what one of them's gonna look like. Jordan's that dude. Anyways, goddamn, the Cubs finished at 12-2. That's ridiculous. They were up 7-0 when we started this. You ready for Hotspot Dead Zone? Then we'll get out of here.
Yeah,
You want to go first? You want me to?
I can go first.
Okay, go ahead. Who's your hotspot?
My hotspot's country music.
Country music.
Yes,
Is it because Young Gravy? Oh,
No.
okay.
Beyonce just released a country album.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
Oh
so
god.
she Beyonce's back. She couldn't beat. Remember the commercials of her?
Yeah, breaking the internet.
Yeah, breaking the internet. Yeah, so she is breaking country music. She has released a country album, and I think Miley Cyrus is on there too. And she did a cover of Jolene.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Where can I go to not listen to this?
You can go to Apple Music or Spotify.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, there was an article in the New York Times, and it was basically saying like Beyonce saved a dying genre.
Oh, fuck off.
Hey, Beyonce's queen. That's what she does. Like, listen, country music was down, and she's brought it back to life. So
okay, all right, I'll thank her.
Okay. My dead zone is the Phillies.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw this, but the Phillies raised a banner for basically losing the World Series last year.
Did they really?
Oh, I'm sorry. They didn't even make the World Series.
No.
They lost in the NCLS.
Yeah.
They raised a banner.
Oh, God.
They raised a banner. And like,
what did it say? Hey, we showed up? Like, what the fuck?
Basically, it was a participation trophy.
Oh, my God.
And they raised a banner. It was during opening day. It was all over Twitter. I follow a bunch of Phillies account, like, just because Philadelphia sports, like, diehard fans, they're all strap jobs there. If you're from Philly, you know what strap job is. But, like, what saves a bunch of jerk-offs and fucking assholes in Philly? Sports.
Yeah.
And so they raised a banner, and, like, Philadelphia Twitter was absolutely outraged.
God.
It was absolutely...
That's awful,
it was tumultuous.
Dude.
It was tumultuous. It was like Bears Twitter, like trying to decide between Caleb and Justin Fields. Like everybody's going at each other's throats. That's what Philly Twitter looked like when they raised that banner. It was like, take it the fuck down right now.
That's hilarious.
They fucking raised a banner. It's so funny, dude. You gotta go look at it. I'll find it and I'll send it to you.
Yeah, definitely.
Because there was a video of like the broadcast showing them raising the banner. Also, the Astros, man. What is going on with the Astros?
I don't know, but they got a no-hitter, though.
I know, but like...
They also get no hit in that game? Man.
1-5? That's crazy.
Bad start.
You lose to the Blue Jays?
My
other...
Did you see Bryce Harper fucking trying to catch that ball? Was it Bryce Harper?
Let me ask you. Yeah, it was Bryce Harper.
Okay.
Did it hit the net?
I don't know, but his ass hit the fucking floor.
Because in the video, it looked like it hit the net.
It did.
And so people are defending him. And I like Bryce Harper. I do. I think he's a polarizing player. He's fun to watch when he's on. And he gets a lot of hate, but like he's embracing the Phillies culture of being an asshole. And I love it so much.
Yeah.
Here's one thing I'll criticize. Why did he go for that if it hit the net?
No idea.
Why did he go for that? Like,
it's so funny though.
Philly Twitter was, I don't know, in cardiac arrest when that happened. Like the guy that I did CPR on. Why would you go for that?
But
yeah, no, I watched that. My other dead zone is Mahomes, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
I guess he's kind of on the hot seat now that the Chiefs signed Carson Wentz.
He might be, dude.
Yeah.
They signed the almost best quarterback of all time.
Yeah. So I don't know. I guess, watch out. Chiefs offense will be back.
Officially though, who's the red rifle? Is it Andy Dalton still or is it Carson Wentz?
Andy Dalton.
It is Andy Dalton still? Okay.
Don't you ever disrespect Andy Dalton like that.
Hey, I wasn't trying to. I was just making sure we're still on the same boat here. All right?
Yeah.
Don't come yelling at me. My hotspot. Los Angeles Angels. They're above 500. Yeah. No, it really is just Mike Trout. Dude, did you see that fucking 473-foot homer?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Solo.
Man. He's so good, man. I feel so bad for his career being wasted in
I know. He should come to Chicago.
He should come to Chicago.
Not the White Sox, the Cubs.
Yeah, the north side, not the south side. It was hilarious though, because all day opening day, like the first thing I saw was like, oh, Mike Trout hits the opening first home run of the season goes to Mike Trout, and I checked the score and they fucking lose 11-3. It's the most on-brand Angels shit ever, dude.
I don't know.
Oh,
Mike Trout's
it's
got to get out of there.
so bad. He has to, man. He's just too good, man.
Well, and that's the thing is like good players sometimes like it doesn't like the organization is just in such a rotten place. I mean, even when they had Otani too, like people
Yeah.
were saying like, all right, this is a playoff team. This is a team that's gonna make a deep run. They're
You
just it's
remember
like the Chargers. It's like you got two LA teams and one of them is the Chargers.
you remember you remember when Mike Trout or last season. By the way, he's Mike Trout, just looking at his projections, he is on pace to hit 97 home runs this season.
Yeah.
97. It's just ridiculous. He's got 3 in 5 games. But you remember, like, all the last, like, 2 seasons, the headlines are like, oh, Shohei Ohtani does something no one's done since the 1640s, and Mike Trout hits 19 home runs. It's like the Angels lose 48-4. Like, dude, oh, my God.
Yeah, they're
They're
pitching
such a bad organization. It's so bad, dude. I feel so bad for him. I love
No,
Mike
he's still
so much.
I don't know, the greatest baseball player of all time, maybe third place.
He's so good, man. I love him so much. I love him so much.
Come to Chicago. We're ready to win.
Yeah. But again, they are my hotspot. You know, they're positive for now. They got a winning record, so hopefully they can keep it going. Moving on, my dead zone, and no one died in this. So actually, you know what? I'm swapping my dead zone on you. Doing it right now. I was gonna say Rashee Rice. Okay, that situation's horrible. I think it's gotten enough run already. With the
I saw the dash cam and it looks pretty bad.
It does look bad.
But let me ask you, have you been studying for the bar?
I've not been studying for the bar.
Okay. Well, Rashee Rice retained counsel.
Oh, did
You know
he?
what that means?
No.
Got a lawyer.
Oh,
Lawyered
okay.
up.
Nice.
So he ain't talking shit to the police. It is crazy. Like before you get into your dead zone or before you switch it up on me, like that whole situation.
So
like,
insane.
He was supposed to be wide receiver 1.
Yeah. He still will be. No one died. It's not as bad as the Henry Ruggs thing. He'll be fine.
Henry Ruggs.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
Are you going?
So the other one I was going to talk about, R.I.P. Vontae Davis, retiring at halftime. It's famous
Real
for,
dead zone.
Yes, that's a real dead zone. People forget how good he was.
No, he was he was
fantastic.
the guy for the Dolphins.
Yeah. And so R.I.P. Vontae Davis. That was sad to hear about. But my dead zone. So did you see how much money Aaron Rodgers made last year based off actual time played in the NFL?
Yeah.
$81.14.
Yeah. And now he's going to be the vice president.
Yeah, exactly. I thought, because when I initially read the report, I was like, are they missing like an M? Like, there's no way. And then I read it further and I was like, oh, yeah, no. That's all he played 0.33% of the season.
Yeah, because he played for 4 snaps.
And
the offensive line was so bad that his Achilles just ruptured.
It was like, Aaron, you don't want this, man. I got you, dog. Don't worry about it.
That's the thing. Like Aaron Rodgers is the truth. He is like one of the greats in football.
Yeah.
And like even the Jets ruined him. That's what Zach Wilson put him on the Chiefs. Better career than Mahomes.
It's so
But
funny.
$81 is absolutely insane.
Bro, I got more than that on my last bonus. Come on, Aaron. What are we doing, man? What are we doing? But yeah, that sums it up for me. I think this was a great episode. Do you have any other thoughts across anything?
No, man. I'm just hoping, like, I don't know, OKC wins the NBA championship.
I need a run on everything. I need the Thunder to win it all. I need the Cubs to win the World Series. I need you to win a natty and the Packers to take home. Yeah. And they only beat us by 4 without Shea or Jalen Williams, straight up. Which, by the way, the Thunder did secure. They did clinch a playoff spot.
Yeah. Yeah, load management.
Yep. I'm going to have a load management here in just fucking 2 minutes. But all right. Well, anyways, do you have anything else you want to get into?
I think we're good, man.
All right, sounds good. Well, as always, fellas, this has been the PigSkin Podcast, episode 41. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, share with friends and family, anyone that you think might enjoy the banter of just a couple idiots. So, with that being said, I hope everyone has a wonderful week, and we'll see y'all later.